Howdy, this is Carol Care, or Care for short, and today I was hoping to teach you about some CSS skills, which stands for Cascading Style Sheets, and will basically help you spruce up your HTML compared to when it's just alone, make it a little more fun, a little more nice to look at, you know. So starting off, let's start off with the basics, something like color. See how these two colors are kind of contrasting? Well, let's just like change one of the backgrounds, right? So let's change the color up here. So if we look, let's see. This is in the header. Oh, sorry. This is in the header all over here. So it's contained in the header, right? Like a little container. So this is just like the structure, what's in it. So then we look for, in the CSS, we look for the header and the footer, which will identify, well, what we're looking at. So basically here it's background color, right? So if we just want to change it, we can just basically, this is like a color code and you can find it easily through like a color picker online. You can just Google color picker and it'll show you like a whole scale. So that's pretty neat. So you can just change the color by changing this. So we have like a color written down. I have FF8A2B. That should be just like a brighter orange. Kind of cheesy, huh? Cheesy. Anyways, so you can sort of just do that with color, and each thing is kind of like a container of sorts, and you can just kind of like change. You would have to just find where it's contained or whatnot, because it sort of, like it says cascading, so that's pretty neat. Something else that's pretty basic is like padding. So let's see, we have the columns here, column narrow, and column wide. So let's go look at these. So here, let me fit them both in. So here we have column narrow and column wide, right? So basically padding is like, basically just like padding, like you're padding it and separating it. So basically, let's say we want to change this. Let's say we want to change it we just want to make it a little more farther. And as you can see, everything that's labeled for the class column wide, basically everything that's like labeled class column wide they're all in the class, therefore they all follow this. So they're all following the padding left turned to 50 to 100 pixels. Everything jumped to the right because it's further. Padding to the left, so there's more padding. So that's pretty neat. You could have absolutely no padding and it overlaps a little with the column narrow, which is default already to the left. So there's that. Other padding, like the content wrap, that's, I believe it's just like for each section. So like this header, this work experience, the footer, and the like education, it will just add on like the spacing towards the edges or how much there is between. So if we like change this, let's say we make it like 100, it'll be more padding on the outsides. We can have 0, I guess, and it'll be really, really, really close to the edge. So there's that as well. So basically, that's pretty good for if you want to like balance the elements and whatnot else in your code. Okay, so another feature that's pretty cool with CSS, just for a lot more consistency, and basically if you want to do a lot of the same style for like a lot of different pieces, is classes. And basically that's like, well, if you're in a class, you have to follow the rules, right? So like here, you have this division for column wide, so everything in it is going to follow the style listed here for column wide, right? So we can go up here, and going into this, right, we have this, and let's change one, let's make skills, right? And we can make a new class, so class equals quotes big a header. Okay, so this is a new class we just made, right? Right now it means nothing because there are no rules set for the class, style rules set for the class, right? But like any of the other classes here, we can just add one. We can make one, right? So let's go down here. A period indicates it's a class, and then you just write the name you made. Big header. Curly brackets, which it will contain the class, or the class rules rather, and well, style rules. Anyways, so what we want to do is change the font size. Let's make it like 100 pixels, right? And so now it's huge, and anything that is labeled with big header will basically follow that. So we did another class, and so it'll be huge, right? It messes everything up, but just to show you that you can make a bunch of different elements have the same class, and so they'll follow the same class or style rule. So that's pretty neat for consistency stakes. For consistency sakes, sakes, yeah. That's pretty neat. I'll change those back, just so it's not all jumbled. But so overall, those are the pretty important basics of CSS or cascading style sheets, and those can help you just sort of make a more balanced look, a more engaging visual for your code, for your HTML. So that's pretty neat. You learned how to do color, you learned how to do padding, and you know how to do classes. So with that, it's pretty neat. You can work around that and make some things you can see. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned if you enjoy this kind of stuff. Have a good one.